Hi, welcome to my ingredients analysis and application demo of the Josie Maran Argan Moonstone Drops. I have to be honest with you, when I saw this product, I bought it because Moonstone Drops just sounded like something I had to have on my skin. But to be fair, I love argan oil, and about a year and a half ago, I traveled to Morocco. I was in Marrakesh, and I really got introduced to argan oil and all of the benefits this oil has to the skin. So in today's video, we are going to dive deep into the ingredients in this product. We're going to find out exactly what they are, what they're supposed to do for our skin, and of course, if there's any ingredients in here that are potentially harmful. We're also going to try on this product, and I am going to put it on my skin, give you my first impressions of what the product is like, the texture, and then I'll check in with you during the day and let you know how it's wearing on my skin and how it's working underneath my makeup. And finally, you know that I love to share a tip with you at the end of every single video. However, Josie has completely beat me to it because on the box of this product, there are tips and tricks. So we're going to try out 2 of the suggested tips on how else to use this oil. So before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you hit that notification bell so you know whenever I release upcoming videos. And I wish you could see what is in front of me right now. I have so many boxes full of brand new products. I even went to a Sephora PR event yesterday here in Dubai, and they gave me a bag that had to weigh, my husband said it weighed 30 pounds. I didn't quite weigh it myself, but it was just full of products. So I'm going to have so many great reviews coming your way, and you don't want to miss them, because when you watch my reviews, you become a more informed consumer. You learn about the ingredients in the products and what you should look for and what you should look out for. So let's get started with these ingredients. Now, the first ingredient in this product is the argan oil isostearyl ester. An ester is a compound that forms when you mix a fatty acid with a fatty alcohol. Now, you've heard me talk about alcohol before, and there are some incredibly horrible pro-aging, skin drying alcohols out there that are in a lot of the products that you may even be using right now and you don't realize. However, there's also fatty alcohols, which are very emollient in skin smoothing. In this ester compound is the fatty alcohol, and this is going to have just very nice emollient smoothing properties. Now, the reason why we like to have the ester is because the ester forms a lightweight compound. It has a low molecular mass, and it's going to sink into our skin more easily, as opposed to argan oil, which is going to be a lot thicker and it's going to sit on top of our skin. Now, if you watched my previous video, the Peter Thomas Roth Pro Strength Retinoid Peptide Serum video, which is linked down below, I talked about the fatty acids. And in our skin, if you think of our stratum corneum, which is the outermost layer of our skin, we have our skin cells, and in between the cells is this thing called the lipid matrix. And in the lipid matrix, we have ceramides, fatty acids, and cholesterol. Now, argan oil is full of the same fatty acids. And there's also antioxidants like vitamin E, which we love because it's incredibly skin smoothing. And this ingredient still retains all of those wonderful properties that we love from the fatty acids. It's just going to be in a much more lightweight form, and it's going to really penetrate into our skin and not leave this oily residue on top of our skin when we're going out for the day. And who wants to put a ton of makeup on top of a full face of oil? Certainly not me. And you know I love my oil because I have extremely dry skin. I am 36 years old, and the more hydration and the more emollients I can get, the better. I do want to include that I did come across a study that showed women in menopause who started using argan oil on a regular basis, and they had a significant increase in the elasticity of their skin. I'll link that down below just in case you're in menopause or you know someone who is and they might find it interesting. So I love this first ingredient, and remember the fatty acids decrease the transepidermal water loss, so it's really going to hold in the moisture in our skin, and it does also have some antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. So this is just going to be a super skin conditioning emollient ingredient that's really going to nourish our skin. Another botanically derived ingredient is the Brassica Campestris Aleurites Fordi oil copolymer. Now, a copolymer occurs when two ingredients come together and they form almost this super ingredient. The Brassica Campestris is the field mustard plant, and subspecies of the Brassica Campestris are turnips as well as bok choy. And the Aleurites Fordi oil is the oil from the nut seed of the tung tree. So when you combine these two oils together, you're going to get a very emollient, skin smoothing, moisturizing ingredient that is skin protectant, and it also forms this light film on the skin that works as the primer to give you a nice even base as to when you apply your foundation. I use primers every single day because they do just seem to really even out my skin, and the foundation always looks just so much more beautiful when I put it on my skin versus when I don't use a primer. We next have the minerals, and in the Argan Moonstone Drops, there are 3 of them. And minerals are colorants, and they also work as opacifying agents. Colorants do exactly what they sound like they're going to do. They add color to the formula, and opacifying agents help to make the product more opaque. They reduce the transparency of the product. They help to make it less clear. Now, the first mineral is mica, and mica is found in many different cosmetics and skincare products, and this helps to give the formula a sparkly appearance. The next mineral is titanium oxide, and titanium oxide has a whitish color to it, and it also helps to coat the mica and make the mica more glittery looking. The last mineral is tin oxide, and this mineral reflects light, and it just gives the product a beautiful glossy glaze. Lastly, we have the essential oils. And in the Argan Moonstone Drops, there are 2 of them. We have lavender and lemongrass. Now, an essential oil is an oil that's extracted from a plant, and the oil retains the characteristic scent of the plant. And I know that the oils, of course, have a wonderful fragrance to them. They do have aromatherapy type of properties, but I got to thinking, why did she put them in these drops? And then I thought to myself, I bet they work as preservatives as well. And guess what? I was right. Both of these oils have antimicrobial properties, so it's going to help the formula stay fresher longer in a very natural type of way. So those are all the ingredients in this formula, and I have to say I am really pleased with what I found, and I am excited to try this product out now and to put it on my skin because I know that all the ingredients in it are only going to make my skin look better. Now, I have no makeup on my face right now except for a little bit of mascara and some eyebrow, what do I have on my eyebrows? I have an eyebrow pencil and an eyebrow gel. So my skin is completely bare. Of course, I have my skincare on, and I am wearing a broad spectrum sunscreen, which I have all over my body right now. Someone did ask me yesterday in one of my videos what my favorite anti-aging product is, and I did say it's of course sunscreen because it's always better to prevent than to treat. So always better to prevent the sun damage from even occurring than to treat skin that has been damaged. So right now we are going to try on this product, and it comes in this beautiful box. I have to say, I just love the packaging, the aesthetics of it. She has this very ombre-like colors to all of the fonts, and it starts from a pink and goes to a purple to a blue, and I think it's just beautiful. And she does also have a lot of information on the outside of the box, including the tips and tricks that I mentioned earlier. I do want to also note that this formula is made with all natural ingredients, which of course we know because we just went over it. And it's also vegan, it's cruelty-free, it's gluten-free, paraben-free. So it is a very eco-conscious type of formula. Now, when I open up the box, we see the bottle, and this bottle is 50 milliliters, 1.7 fluid ounces, and it retails for $48. It's in this dark bottle with a absolutely beautiful label that has a very prismatic like look to it. As I'm moving it around, I just see all the colors of the rainbow, and once again, with the font, there is that beautiful ombre tone to it. I just love the way this product looks, and let's see how the actual formula looks. Ooh, okay, so when I open it up, it has a pipette inside, and already I can say that I like the way this pipette releases the formula. I did mention earlier in my herbivore Baku Chul Retinol Alternative Smoothing Serum video that one of my biggest gripes about the product was that the formula just flowed way too easily out of the pipette, and I felt like I lost a lot of product that way. This one, I can already see that it comes out in drops in just a very nice, slow way. So I already know I'm not going to be wasting formula, also known as wasting money. So the formula itself has a very pearlescent quality to it. I'm really seeing all of those minerals we discussed come through, and it has a whitish nature to it, which comes from the titanium oxide. And the scent is incredible. So I'm going to put a few drops in my hand. And just looking at the formula, it has a very milky, pearlescent type of look to it. The texture of it feels very thin. It's from being an ester. I can see how this would easily absorb into my skin and still leave a little bit of that formula on top, which would be the occlusive barrier from the copolymer we talked about earlier. So I'm going to put this on my skin. Oh my goodness, the scent of it is just out of this world. Oh, it smells fantastic. I could bathe in this. It smells wonderful. And in just looking at my skin, it does feel like I do have a light oil on my skin, even though I did tell you that it was very lightweight. Of course, it's still argan oil, so I do feel a little bit of that film on my skin. However, it does not feel heavy or thick at all. And my skin just has really this pearlescent type of look to it right now. I can see that reflecting on my face as I'm moving it around. So although I didn't use this product as a highlighter, I see how if I had just put a little bit on my cheekbone, I would have gotten that same effect, just in a more concentrated area. Oh, it feels great on my skin. So I'm going to now put on all my makeup on top, and I'll come right back to you and we can check out how my makeup looks with this primer underneath it. I have my makeup on now, and I have to say I am loving the way my skin is looking. I feel like I have that lit from within type of glow, and my skin just looks so incredibly luminous. This is a great product for anyone with dry or combination skin. My skin does not feel tight at all when I smile, and I feel that it just provided a beautiful base for my makeup application. I know earlier I did comment on the scent, and I do want to say that now that my makeup is applied, the primer has been on my skin for a little bit, the scent has completely vanished. I cannot smell any lavender or any lemongrass at all. So if you are somebody who is a little bit sensitive to scents, keep in mind, or just know that the scent does go away, it does dissipate. I'm very pleased with how my skin is looking right now. I feel that this is just a dream for anyone with mature skin, dry skin, sensitive skin, combination skin. This is a beautiful product. I'm incredibly pleased with how just my skin is looking right now. I do also want to point out that my eyeshadow is a new product coming out from Hourglass Cosmetics. I just got it yesterday from the Sephora PR event, and I am loving it. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful, shimmery, moss green, olive green eyeshadow. I'm going to review it very soon. So I did mention that Josie provided some tips and tricks on the side of the box for how to use the oil, other ways to use the oil. Today we're going to try out a few of them, and the one that I would have recommended anyways on my own was to use it as a hair oil. And now that I've put this on my face and I see the luminosity within this product, I think it would look so incredibly beautiful on the hair. So we're going to try it right now on my hair. So I'm just going to use about 1-2 drops. And I'm going to apply it just to the lower half of my hair. Let's see, I do have a lot of hair. I have 2 rows of a braidless weave, so I do have hair extensions. My natural hair length is about to here, but I like to have the extensions because it gives me a lot of volume. All right, I'm gonna put in just a touch more. Oh, my hair smells incredible, I have to say. And I never put oil, any type of oil or serum at the top of my head because the oil can really weigh down the hair and just give you that greasy hair type of look. Whenever you're using a serum or any hair products, you should always start from 2/3 of the way down, because then your hair is still going to have that bounce it needs and not have just that real oily type of look to it. So let me see. Okay, I definitely put in way too much. I got a little excited because now my hair is looking a little bit oily. But if I take that aside and I'm just looking at the color, I definitely can see a lot of sheen to it. It also smells wonderful, and I don't think that I think the scent will stay in my hair for a little while. It'll linger there, but then eventually it too will fade. But it does add a nice sheen to the hair, and it probably does coat the hair follicles with that argan oil, so your hair is just going to be a little bit sleeker, a little bit smoother looking. I put a huge chunk right here, so I can feel right now that my hair feels a bit heavy. So use it sparingly. Don't do what I did. And the other recommendation she has is to use the product on top of a satin or a matte lipstick to add luster and radiance. So let's try that out. Right now I have on a Natasha Denona lipstick from her new I Need a Nude collection, and I just did an ingredients analysis and a application demo of 8 of the shades. On my channel, I will link that, or you can see that right now. I'll have that pop right above. You can click on that whenever you'd like. And I'm going to put on just a tiny drop of this on the lips. Here is my lips before. So I'm just going to touch it. Oh yeah. And a drop is more than enough, and it's changed my creamy lipstick now to, it looks like I have a lip gloss on top. It's very pretty. It has almost a prismatic type of effect to it. So when I move my face around, my lips, I can see a lot of just color reflecting off of my lipstick. So here it is with the Argan Moonstone Drops. So now I'm going to go about my day, and I will check in with you in a little while and let you know how my skin is looking, how my makeup is wearing, and my thoughts on this primer. So stay tuned. It's been a while since I applied the Josie Maran Argan Moonstone Drops to my skin, and I wanted to check back in with you and share with you how my skin feels and how my makeup is performing over this product. The thing I just keep thinking when I'm looking at myself in the mirror is that my skin has that lit from within glow to it. I just feel so incredibly radiant. And I have very dry skin, as I mentioned earlier. I'm bordering on that mature skin. I am 36 years old. And my skin normally during this time of day feels so tight, and it feels like it could even crack open at times. And right now, my skin just feels incredibly nourished, and it feels hydrated, and it just feels so comfortable. And I attribute that to the argan oil within this product. I'm just loving how my skin is just feeling right now. I can't get enough of this. I noticed also that with my makeup, nothing has settled into the fine lines I have underneath my eye area or onto those marionette lines along my mouth. I tend to talk a lot, so sometimes during the day I'll notice I'll get makeup building up in those little lines, and I haven't had that at all today. My skin just looks so luminous, and it has a beautiful sheen to it. I did want to point out that argan oil contains the fatty acid oleic acid. This is a comedogenic ingredient, and that means it can clog the pores, causing blackheads or blemishes. So if you do have acne-prone skin, keep that in mind. You might want to try a sample of this before committing to purchasing the entire bottle. I love that this product has multiple uses, and as you can see, I have put my hair in a ponytail, and that's because I went a little bit too overboard with applying the oil to my hair. So the good news is it does work, and my hair does feel incredibly sleek and smooth, and you only need a few drops. Don't do what I did and use more than 3 drops, because you'll end up having to put your hair up in a ponytail. But my hair still has that really nice scent to it. It is extremely light. It feels very glossy, and I will definitely use this as a finishing serum, especially on days where I'm going out and doing something a little bit extra special, and I just want to have that beautiful gloss to my hair. Overall, I have to say, I love the Josie Maran Argan Moonstone Drops. I love the ingredients in the formula. I love the way the product performs. I love the way the product looks. I really can't fault it at all. So for me, this is something I will absolutely purchase again, and I am just so delighted that I have it. So thank you so much for watching this review and demo of the Josie Maran Argan Moonstone Drops, and stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because I have so many more great ingredients reviews coming your way. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now to Lauren O'Connell Beauty TV, and let's navigate together through the world of beauty.